Odelia Cheng, come on up. Hi. Let me tell you a little bit of her background. First of all, adorable, isn't she?
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Plano, she goes to Plano Senior High School. Her teacher is Allison Garrison. Her piece is called Bon Appetit, right?
Yes.
And this piece explores the role of humans as the top consumers of the food chain. Now let's talk about this. When I look at this piece, also you used oil paint on wood with metal handles.
Yes.
First of all, when I look at this, and I don't know what you guys are thinking, but what inspired you to put something together that's so intricate?
Well, actually, the goal of this project started out as a deconstructed kind of project because it was actually a class assignment. But we got to choose the subject that we wanted to deconstruct, and we got to choose how we wanted to deconstruct it. So that made it really personal. And
but what was the inspiration? Where did you think, okay, this is something that I have to explore, this whole food chain with the fish, and then you have all the other detail. What was that inspiration that you thought, this is what I'm going to use as my project?
well, as a perfectionist, I'm really concerned about kind of human nature kind of flaws. I'm always kind of pointing out things that I feel like are imperfect about me or imperfect about human nature in general.
Mm-hmm.
And so this piece kind of played on with that idea, but it was more about the quality of human nature to abuse kind of power. And so that's why this piece is
So when people look at this, what do you want them to take away from it? Because when I look at it, I think about the food chain and how we tend to definitely take for granted the food, the ocean. That's what when I think of this. What do you hope that they will take away from it? Is it to care about the environment? Is it to care about what they're consuming? Is it, what would you want them to take away from it?
Well, I mean, I think personally, I think that I would want them to take away kind of an evaluation process. I mean, not necessarily you can't consume fish or you can't you can't do this or do that. And but I kind of wanted this piece to be more like something that you could look at and kind of evaluate your own actions from. So not necessarily advocating an environmentalist standpoint or advocating not eating animals, but more an evaluation process.
An evaluation process. Let's talk about, you used oil paint on wood with metal handles. Why did you decide to use those materials? Why?
I wanted the deconstructed fish to be something that would be presented to the viewer as something that would be very personal, and that the viewer would be engaged in the action of the painting. So when I decided to do this project, I decided that I wanted the deconstructed fish to be presented on a dinner platter, and so the viewer would feel as if he or she himself were digging into the fish and carving it out. And so that's where the idea of using the wooden board came in, because I wanted something that would resemble a plate, but I didn't want to use a plate either.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted something that would be long and hard. And then the metal handles came, of course, to kind of show that it was on a serving tray.
Let's talk about your family. Is there, your dad's here. Are there artists in your family? Is that, they're your inspiration? Anybody there that said, let's follow in our footsteps?
No, I don't have any artists in my family, but my mom is really into music. So.
Into music. And you did say that someone in your family collects art, correct?
Yes, but I'm not close to them, actually.
Well, but still, it's in the family, right?
Yes.
Now, let's talk about your future plans. I mean, are you working on any current other art projects? And do you want to, live in the world of art for your future? Is that in your plans?
Yes, definitely. I can't imagine my life without art. Actually, for college, I wanted to continue majoring in art, but I also have other interests beside art. So I was thinking of double majoring and going into pre-med and art and doing medical illustration.
Well, one will let you relax, and the other one will stress you out. So that's kind of good. What kind of advice do you have for anybody who, You know, I memean, look at your artwork. It's beautiful, it's unique, it's got a message, you use different materials. What do you say to anyone out there who thinks, you know, I can't do that, but I want to do something like, what advice do you have for them?
I think just to be yourself, you really have to think for yourself, because your art is really just something that you're expressing, or an idea that you want to send to others. And so it really just be honest in your artwork and just be true to yourself.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.